Hey guys, it's Katie. I just wanted to come on quick and reintroduce myself and chat a bit about what I love to talk about. I am a professional hairstylist of 19 years. I was born and raised in Chicago. I am a feisty Irish girl who loves holistic beauty. I am also a wife to my best friend Caleb and a mom to two amazing boys, which Nolan is in heaven and my rainbow baby Finnegan is a feisty almost 4-year-old. So I am a busy lady. So I love talking about holistic hair care, but also that's creating time frame for you so you're not spending hours upon hours trying to get yourself to feel good. So I am an artist with Mascara Beauty, and I am also an educator with Bo Stagel. And so this is something that I am very, very passionate about in helping others create that inner beauty with products that still respect your health. So stay tuned for what I have to show you. Alright guys, eyeshadow. These are my two favorite brushes that I love to use. This is the Eyeshadow Everything blush, and this is the Bend and Tap brush. So I use these two specifically when I do my everyday eyeshadow. So I am going to show you my palette. These are just some eyeshadow colors that I have that I use at my salon for my friends. Pretty much I'm more in the golden, peachy, pinky tones. Goes best with my blue eyes. So, but makeup is fun, so just try it, because you know what? You can wipe it off and it's not going to be there forever. So today I am going to use Ginger, which Ginger is this guy right here. And I love the fact that these eyeshadows are so pigmented and you get a half a gram more than the industry standard. So that is great. So I'm going to put Ginger, I'm going to use the fluffy end of my Eyeshadow Everything brush all over my lid. And then I'm going to kind of do like a windshield wiper motion slightly by the crease area, but really concentrating on getting the whole lid, okay? And the reason sometimes I do my eyes first is if there's any fall from the shadows, I can clean it up afterwards while I'm putting on my 3D foundation. So again, I'm going to go on this side, windshield wiper motion, slightly in the crease, and just all over. Okay, so that is Ginger. I'm going to wipe off that side of my brush. And then I'm going to use, you want to use, if you're going to use more of a shimmer color first, if you are looking for that everyday look, you want to use a matte color over it, because if you use all shimmer or glitter, it's going to be like, whoa, look at me, too much. So I am going to use Miha next, which is my favorite color right here, and I like to use that to contour my eyes, especially in the summer, just for that brighter, refreshed look. So what I'm going to do to contour is, just like you contour your cheekbones, you're going to contour right in this area using the fluffy end. Blow off any excess. So what you're going to do is come in and then literally right in that crease, back and forth, windshield wiper motion. So like this. Think of it in your head like a windshield wiper in your car on medium setting, not too high. Okay, so see how it's creating that shape, as you can see. It's creating that shape and lifted in my eye over nothing over here, right? And so you want to contour because you have shape to your face. If you just do like traditional looks where you just slap it on quick, even with your foundation, and you're just using one color, you are taking away that beautiful shape that God created in your face. So what I love about Mascara Beauty and the tips and the community is it creates that beauty to come out so that your inner beauty can shine as well. So again, I'm going to come over here, right in that crease, so it's right above where the roundness part of your eye hits and underneath the brow bone itself. Okay? Alright, so now that I have that contoured, wipe off the excess color, and then I am going to use Cupcake to blend the top here, which is Cupcake. And then I am just going to go right over the top. Okay. Just like that. A little bit more. Then Cupcake on this side again. Okay. And then I'm going to use the fluffier end of the blend and tap brush, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that out a little bit more so it's not such a harsh line. I still want that dimension, but I don't want a giant line, okay? So just a little bit right there. What I love about these brushes is they are designed for this makeup specifically. I love that they have a brush cleaner that you can use quickly and easily, and they also have a 12-month guarantee to replace them. So that is always great too. I've tried lots of brushes over the years, and just these ones really were simple to use. Anyone can do it, and they were nice. They felt nice on my face. They spread my makeup correctly, and so I was happy with that. Okay, so that's it for my eyes, and now I'm going to go on next to my 3D foundation. Okay, so before I start my 3D foundation, I love a makeup primer, especially if I've got lots of stuff to do and then it gets humid out in Wisconsin this time of year, so sometimes we're just not used to that, and I don't want it sliding across my face. But sadly, a lot of primers I've come in contact with or people sending me to try out, they just are loaded with chemicals, and I really don't want that sitting in my pores, because you know what? Just like they say you are what you eat, you are what you wear as well. So I use the Stagel products, and what is nice about them is there's an 8-step collection. They are all so versatile. So the healing clay is one of my favorites. I even use this as a hair mask, and which if you have any questions, you can always message me about this kind of stuff and we can talk about it. But I also like to mist a little bit of the Hydro Vital Mist, which this is great for sunburns. So what I do as a primer is I spray just a little bit in my hand, and then I take the tip of my fingernail with the clay, right? And then you have that in your hand. Then I'm going to mix it up in my hand and just apply it all over where I want my makeup to stay. And the reason I mix the Hydro Vital Mist together is it helps it spread a little bit easier. But the bentonite clay creates a protection from anything coming into my pores as well, that I don't want in there, because when you're walking out in public and you're by cars, all that stuff, you're still getting pollution all over your skin, and that will create issues too, especially if you're having trouble with your skincare routine. Now with that, you're gonna let that sit, and then you're gonna feel around till it's not so tacky anymore, which, because it is a natural product, it sets pretty quick. So now we're going to do our 3D foundation. So this is my personal palette. These are colors I wear quite a bit. Now this one, as you can see, this one is called Sunlit, so I use that as my second highlight when I'm a little bit tanner. So if you are someone who has used 3D foundation in the winter and now it's summertime and you're getting a little bit tanner, you might need to get another color to get a different shade. So again, send me your selfie and we'll rematch you as well. Super easy. And what I love about these is too, which you can see, is they're so customizable. How many of you have bought makeup and you've got them in your drawer, shoved in your drawer, and then you're like, oh, I haven't even used that for months? Or you buy a palette and you use about 3 colors and then the rest of them go to waste because you just didn't like it. But you couldn't not get that palette because you wanted those 3 colors, right? So these are magnet, okay? How cool is that? So when you get your palette and you need to replace it, obviously you'll use things quicker than others. You just replace the one thing, guys. That's it. And watch, right on there. Perfect. And if you are busy like me and you want something simplified and dumbed down, this is the way to go. Okay, so what I like to do first is I use White Peach as my first highlight, and you want to keep the brightening in this area, okay? Now normally, sometimes depending on the day, I have a discoloration under here. It's just natural the way my skin falls. I would use Mango to color correct that first, but I don't need it today because it's not as bad. So what you're gonna do is just get right under there, and then you're gonna kind of drag it down slightly because you want to make like that V section and keep that brightened. I like to use this side of my brush first, which is my contouring brush, just so that I can get under that smaller feature that I'm looking for. And then you're gonna stipple, which stippling, like this. more than likely, a lot of people just get this brush if they only want one. This is the everything brush, and so you can literally do everything with it. But I love playing with all the other brushes, so it really just depends on how you like to do things. Okay, so see how that blends right in? And another tip with cream foundation is, cream foundation is great for anybody, any age, any skin type. It melts correctly if it is used correctly. So if you are using cream makeup, which a lot of us tend to want to go lighter than we naturally are sometimes instead of darker, and I'm not really sure why everybody always does that, but it's just the way it does, then it doesn't match. So if you feel like it's sliding around and you've got like these weird like textury spots or pickled spots kind of a thing, most of the time it's either A, you need a better skincare routine depending on what's going on, or it's the incorrect color. So if it is the incorrect color, it will slide around your face. If it's the correct color, it will melt into your face like a second skin, which is the way makeup should be. Okay, so I just kind of blend that in between my eyebrows a little bit here. And then I'm stippling in. And as it sets into my skin, it will blend in perfectly. All right, next step, second highlight, which you are not one color naturally, so why would you put one color on your face? That is the first one I use. My second color is Candlelit. So I'm gonna dip that in there, and then I'm gonna start it right here. I like to do a little bit more around this area because naturally I just get a little red. And so I don't wanna look like Rudolph. So you're gonna blend that in again. Super easy. And then this one, you're gonna come up and just blend that down. And the reason I'm not putting any right here is because that's where my contour is gonna go, so there's no point. Blend that in again, this side. And I'm kind of stippling, which is the pushing motion, and then dragging it slightly too because I'm blending it down and moving the foundation around. Okay, and then my chin. You don't want to do this, okay? It's not a powder, so it's not just gonna sit on the outside layer of your face. It's creating that second skin. Okay. And then where I blended the white peach slightly up here, I'm just gonna take Candlelit and kind of fan it out on the other sides here. And again, I'm not putting anything up here because that's where my contour is gonna go. You can also use a beauty blender, which is amazing too. That'll take off any excess makeup. But you want to get a correct beauty blender. I love the mascara one because it does its job and it doesn't get too hard. Some of those cheaper beauty blenders, they get really hard and then they don't really do what you're looking for. So it doesn't work. Okay, so now I'm gonna create that shape in my face. Now a contour is Astoria. This contour has lasted me, let's see, about 4.5 months now, okay? And I use this almost every day. I love a good contour. So that is really well. The shelf life is about 12 to 15 months usually on any of the cream foundations before they start getting weird. Especially when you use more natural makeup, the shelf life is less, and that goes for hair care too. So with the contour, I'm just finding my cheekbone and dragging it up. You can also do it this way and kind of go to the side more, so like this. And then you can just kind of tap it on. But right underneath that cheekbone area is where you want that contour. So I'm going to do the other side now. And another trick, if you're not sure, go like this. And you'll feel out that cheekbone there. And then just brush it up onto that area. Okay? And then you are going to get right here. Now that is creating, when you just do one color foundation, you're getting rid of that roundness and the shape of your face and making your face flat. Now under here, this is your instant facelift without all the surgery. So just around the jawline there. And then I like to contour my nose. This is not required, I just like it. So I'm gonna use the little side of my brush, and then I'm gonna just get right on there and just drag it down. Now with your contour, you don't want it too far apart, but you don't want it like exactly right next to each other, so you just wanna go down and get it just right next to each other. And then I personally just like to kind of bring this in like that. I also like to use my brightening highlight linen, and I just go down in between there. It just gives it a little bit more of an effect. Now the next step is blush. I have lots of blush because I love blush. These blushes, you guys, in the 19 years I've been in the beauty industry, are the most pigmented things I've ever seen in my life. So you don't need a lot. Black Cherry is my favorite, and I don't know why a lot of people are afraid of this one. Probably because it looks really dark, but it's so pretty. So I'm going to use Black Cherry today. And then you want to find the apples of your cheeks. So just kind of, and get it right in there. So you don't want to go underneath your smile lines. So see how pigmented that is, and I barely push my brush in. Now a pro tip is right here, this area is where you naturally flush. So you want to put the most excess here in the apples of the cheeks, and then just kind of drag it up a little bit, because you're going to blend that in afterwards. Now I'm also slowing this down so that you can see every step and how I do it. Normally this will take me 10 minutes tops. So just blend that up. A little bit more there. Okay. So now you are going to blend all of this in. So this is my bronzer and blush brush. I love this because it's so fluffy and it's so nice. I've had these brushes now myself for 1.5 years and they're still great. So you're going to use the smaller side to blend it in. So you're just going to push it right in to that, and with your contour you want to brush it upwards. Okay, so just keep brushing that in. But see how it's melting right into my skin? And then make sure you blend this part in. So just go upwards and then downwards slightly, because with the contour down here, you want to make sure that's blended in and you don't look like you have a dirty neck. Okay. And then brush that back up into your hairline. Okay, so see how that has created that flawless look, but I don't look like I have no color to my face and it's not flat. That's it. You can add an illuminator if you would like. I'll show you that quick. It's not mandatory, but if you like that look, I love their illuminators. They have a cream base one if you want a little bit more subtle glow, and then the powdered ones right here, these are just a couple blushes, are more pigmented. So I'm going to use Goldie today, so you can see how pigmented that is. Now with the illuminator, you just want to slightly hit it where the light would hit, like in a photo, okay? So blend that in. And then right there, blend it in again. Okay. Cupid's bow right here. And then just blend it in. And then slate right down the nose there if you want. And then some people like it up here too. So again, play around with it, you guys. Things do not have to be perfect. And that's it. You can add lips if you want. You can add more bronzer if you want. It's not anything that's crazy, but if you want something quick and easy, there's tips for just quick, easy makeup and where it looks like you're not wearing any to full face glam with this stuff. So if you have any questions, please DM me. I would love to color match you if you're interested in this. And this is something I'm extremely passionate about, is helping women bring out their inner beauty with their beauty care. And so I love to help you. So anything you have, please DM me, and I am excited to help you with this. So have a great day. All right, guys, last but not least, so I just threw on a little bit of mascara, and that was it for the end of my makeup, but I wanted to ask how I refresh my hair. So I am on day 3 hair here, and my hair is fine, but I have a ton of it. And so normally this time of year in the summertime, it is flatter than a pancake, and I can never get it past this length because I can't stand how flat it is and how flyaway it is with no life to it. And I have been very, very passionate about using holistic hair care in my business for 10 years now, and I did not think any hair care could get better than this. So like I talked about before, Bo Stagel is my new love, and I love this 8-step collection. It is so versatile. Like I talked about in my makeup, using that as my primer, I want to talk about how this healing clay is actually a very detoxifying clay, so you can use it as a hair mask if you need, which if you want that information, just DM me and I'll let you know. It's great for a blister if you were outside walking too much, and it literally takes it away the next day, not kidding. So how I refresh my hair without dry shampoo. What are you talking about, Katie? What do you mean you don't use dry shampoo? You guys, this is the first time in 19 years I have not used dry shampoo. And I have used some really good natural products, and I loved the dry shampoo I had. But you don't necessarily need it, is what I'm learning, and the chemistry behind it is what fascinates me. So how I refresh my hair with the Bo Stagel collection. So I used the Hydro Vital Mist, so what I sprayed a little bit in my hand, and I just literally infused it into my root area, okay? And then I took just a pea-sized amount of the Silk Amino Peptide, tipped my head upside down and just put it throughout the ends, let it sit for a minute so it soaked in, and then I brushed my hair and continued to style it with my flat iron today. I just created some waves with my flat iron, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that on the Bo Stagel collection page on Facebook live this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. So if you'd like to see how I do that, come check me out over there. Now for the root lifter, which is awesome, this is the Elevate Root Amplifier. It is foam to lotion technology, and you would put that into your hand and just mix it up, and literally on dry, yes, you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy because this is not feasible with most products, and just literally fluff it up, get it in there, and that's it. And then I finish with a little bit of healing clay for that texture, and then set it with the hairspray on medium. So if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I would be happy to help you, and I'm excited to get to know you. Bye.